Hi, welcome to another session. So far, we are dealing with Unit 3, that is the basis of human behavior, and we try to understand the behavior in terms of biological and cultural ways. These biological and cultural ways are influenced by evolution, and that is the evolutionary basis. And there are other factors we have considered, that is neuron and how hormones will be affecting, how the genes will be affecting, how the natural selection process, how the breed formation in terms of animal selective breeding, like these type of terms we got to know. And then let us proceed with the next topic today, that is introduction to nervous system. Introduction to nervous system, the understanding after understanding the functioning of neuron, it is important to know how the collection of neurons work. The collection of neurons can be called as a nervous system. Let us see in detail about this system uh, with the help of a diagram. And we need to understand this system because a good understanding of neural connections will give a better understanding about the human behavior. Okay, since our biological structures play an important role in organization, execution of behavior, we shall look at these structures in some detail. In particular, we will read about the nervous system and the endocrine system, which work together in giving the shape to human behavior and experience. So, this is just an introduction of what is the importance of nervous system and what are all there in the nervous system. And with the figure, you will get an understanding about what is all. So, there is a nervous system. So that is the title, and how it is been linked to endocrine system. Particularly, nervous system is divided into two types, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Okay, central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. And then, in apart from central nervous system, if you recall the earlier session, if any action to be performed, the sensory organs receive the information, transfer it to central nervous system, and then to the motor nerves or the organs. So this is the cycle which happens, and here we got to know that central nervous system. Then what are our peripheral nervous system? The rest of the central nervous system. In central nervous system, it is only brain and spinal cord. What about the other organs? That other organs will be consisted in the peripheral nervous system. Okay, that is the neural tissue outside brain and spinal cord. It includes central nervous system includes brain and spinal cord. Outside brain and spinal cord, it is peripheral nervous system. For simple understanding, it is given the code as CNS and PNS. So let us complete this central nervous system. In brain, what is that? The brain is divided into three parts here. That is hindbrain, that is backside of the brain. If we put this as a brain, let us suppose, okay, as a brain. This is hindbrain, this is midbrain, and this is forebrain, because here you will have eyes, right? Eyes, nose, and mouth. Okay, so the brain is, for a better understanding, it is divided into three parts, that is hindbrain, midbrain, and forebrain. So next, after that, what about the other important one is spinal cord. Spinal cord also has its own command over the body. Ascending pathways means how spinal cord is connected to brain, interneurons, how the neurons are connected. Descending pathway. The spinal cord acts as a connection between head and the lower part of the body. Descending pathway, ascending pathway, interneurons. In the meanwhile, it is about the connecting the whole body, right? Next, this is about the central nervous system, and we will go to the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system is the nerve tissue which is apart from the brain and spinal cord. What are all there? Again, it is divided into somatic and automatic. Just remember this word somatic. This is important in psychology. Somatic is related to body. Okay. Autonomous is auto, which has no control. These actions are performed directly without the intention of without the involvement of brain. Most of these actions are unconscious. You will not have control. So peripheral nervous system is further divided into two systems, that is somatic and autonomic. So sensory, motor, nerves and voluntary actions, all these will be involved in somatic nervous system, which is controlled, which is available. And what are all there? Sensory and motor nerves. These will be included in somatic nervous system. So sensory, motor nerves, central nervous system. But what is the system related here? That is peripheral nervous system is there. Autonomous nervous system, that is internal system, which is internal to human beings, but mostly it is involuntary. Involuntary means, we said autonomic, it is performed on its own axis. So after somatic and autonomic nervous system is further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Autonomic nervous system is further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. So what is this? So if there is any problem occurs, that is the troubleshooter is a sympathetic division, and the control over the body, how it performs, how it cures, to all that systems will be controlled by parasympathetic division. So the actions done and controlled the, other than the brain and spinal cord is peripheral nervous system. So, and even there is another important one which we said is nervous system and endocrine system. Nervous system is connected with neuron. The simple understanding, it is neuron. But what about the endocrine system? It is chemical. It is chemicals or hormones. Or hormones. So this is the basic understanding of nervous system. Particularly very important is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system, it is has somatic, autonomic, and again autonomic into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Peripheral, parasympathetic, somatic. So these are the divisions of branch structure of nervous system. And apart from nervous system, we have another important one, that is endocrine system. Okay, so this is the basic understanding of or the structure of the nervous system. And next to it, let us see in detail about the nervous system. Human nervous system is the most complex and most developed of all living creatures. So we already compared it to the cat, fish, and ocean animals earlier in the earlier session. So that is the most sophisticated and highly developed brain is only in the individual. Though the nervous system functions as a whole, for the ease of study, we can divide it into many parts depending on its location and function. So how this nervous system is divided? Based on the location, based on the functions. Based on location, the nervous system can be divided into two parts, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. And here it is also explained on the basis of location in the body. Location in the body. The central nervous system, how it is located? The part of nervous system found inside hard bony cases, cranium and backbone, is classified as central nervous system. Cranium is the skull. Cranium is the skull, and backside, that is spinal cord related. So these are the two parts which comes under central nervous system. Brain and spinal cord are the organs of the system. Which system? Central nervous system, which you already seen in the earlier slide. The part of nervous system other than central nervous system are placed in the peripheral nervous system. Can be further classified into somatic, autonomic. Somatic nervous system is concerned with voluntary actions, while the autonomic nervous system performs functions on which we have no voluntary control. That is, no control. The organization of nervous system is schematically represented in the figure which we already seen in the earlier slide. So this is the brief introduction to nervous system, that is nervous system, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, somatic, autonomic. Autonomic is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic, and at the end of it is endocrine, is related to CNS and autonomic nervous system. And peripheral nervous system acts as a connection between central and the endocrine system. Okay, this is just a brief information about the nervous system. Next to it is, sorry, so we should, so this is just an information about the nervous system. We will see in detail about nervous system in the coming sessions. That is detailed explanation about the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system in the coming sessions. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.